Y'all, and welcome back to the Damsel in Success podcast. Want to start out by of course thanking y'all so very much for all of your support. Thank you for reaching out to me, and I've never really extended this invitation, so I definitely want to let y'all know if y'all know somebody that you think needs to hear this message or whatever that I'm saying. By all means, feel free to share. These are not just meant for me to just keep with these videos, and what I'm saying is meant to reach whoever needs to hear it. So if y'all know somebody that needs to hear it, tag them, share these videos. You're more than welcome, whatever you need to do. So for those of y'all who have reached out and said, hey, can I share them? Absolutely, please do that. I want this to reach as many people that need to hear it, and I want it to be, I'm just glad that you guys are seeing the value, and I want to provide that value to y'all and whoever else needs it. So thank you guys for reaching out. Thank you for your support as always, and thank you for sharing these videos. Tag folks, whatever you got to do. Whoever you think needs to hear it, let them know. So by all means, go ahead and thank you again for supporting me. That means more to me than anything, y'all. I was sitting in bed last night just thinking about it, and I was like, oh my goodness, I cannot believe that these people are really, listening to me just talking, and it means so much to me that you guys are supportive and just listening, and y'all are just amazing. You're awesome. I could gush over y'all all day, so thank you. But wanted to get it started by admitting something to y'all today. So my name is Nikki Watts, and I am a college dropout. So that took me a long time to come to face with, to really own, because I went to art school, and it's tangent backstory. So the other day I was looking for my college or my high school diploma, and I ran across a paper that I had to write to get into college. So I went to art school for interior design. And, excuse me, I found the paper that I wrote, and it actually had something to do with essentially flipping houses in small towns. So, as many of you guys know, I'm from a very small town, and unfortunately, we know kind of the demise of small towns is industry leaves, they kind of get run down, drugs take over, and that breaks my heart, y'all. That is a podcast for a whole different day, but that was where my heart was 10 years ago, and it's never really left me. And I went to school for that. That was my full intention, but college is just not right for everybody. And it took me 10 years to get back into that real estate mindset, and that's why I am currently pursuing my real estate license. That's why I am currently doing some real estate investing. And by the grace of God, it took one of my friends coming to me 10 years after I'd done give up on that dream and said, hey, this is what you need to be doing here. This is what you can do. And, I think it's just a God's funny way of doing things. It's in his timing. I wasn't ready 10 years ago. Probably not all the way ready now, but, it's now or never. But back to my original point of college is not for everybody. And I spent a long time being ashamed of dropping out of college. I spent a long time being ashamed that I didn't have a degree. Spent a long time just really trying to cope with that. And for those of y'all who either have dropped out or didn't go at all, hear me now. Listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. It's okay. It is okay. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with college, because Lord knows we need doctors, we need teachers, we need lawyers, we need all y'all folks that need degrees. I'm all for it, boo-boo. Go get it. Do it to it. But for those of y'all who did not go to college or dropped out or just didn't feel like it was right for you, I'm going to tell you one thing. I never once took a class that taught me how to be nice to somebody. I never once took a class that taught me how to make money. I never once took a class that told me how to be a mother. Okay? So those are things that we learn through life experiences. Those are things that we learned by going out and studying on our own. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, these two books right here, actually, I've got a couple of them up here. But these two books right here, I bookmark everything. But Think and Grow Rich and How to Win Friends and Influence People, these books have taught me more about life than any of my courses in college did. Granted, It was art school. I did take a psychology class though, which was pretty cool. But my point being that whatever you want to learn, it's so accessible now, y'all. You can literally get online and find anything, or you can find these books. You can find anything. If you want to learn something, you can learn it. You don't have to go to school. I mean, good thing about, dropping out is I didn't have a whole lot of student loans, and I paid them off, and they're done. And I'm not saying that to brag, but I'm saying that, while I was beating myself up about that forever, that was not my path. And if that's not your path, that's okay. If it is your path, that's okay too. Just know that, you have no right to be rude to somebody. Nobody has any right to be rude to you. Don't let them. Don't let them make you feel less than the amazing person that you are, just because, like we talked about yesterday, you don't fit in their little box, okay? A college degree does not make you any more or any less valuable in the eyes of God. I can tell you right now, okay? If you're meant to be a doctor, yeah, I would suggest you go and get a degree. That's, they don't like you they don't like you cutting on people if you don't know what you're doing. So, by all means, if that's your calling, I'm all for it. But if you don't want to be a doctor, if you want to go out here and you want to be an entrepreneur, if you want to flip houses, if you want to do whatever, don't let anybody make you feel less of a person because you don't have a degree and because you're not $100,000 in debt. Don't let them do that to you. And if they do that to you, you call me and we'll call them together and I'll tell them. All right. So that's all I got for you guys. I hope that you guys saw some value in this. And again, if you know somebody that needs to hear this, share this message with them. Tag them, whatever you got to do. And as always, y'all, please like my business page, the Damsel in Success Podcast on Facebook. Got an Instagram up and going now. That's at the Damsel in Success Podcast. And then also, I'll post a link to my YouTube video here as well. So again, thank you guys so much for all that you do, for all of your support. God bless you, and I will talk to you again tomorrow.